The Blue Hearts of Glasgow, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Rangers Update, your place for everything that matters to the mighty Rangers. It's always brilliant to have you here, because without the passion of this incredible fan base, none of this would make sense. You lot live and breathe this club, through the highs, the heartbreaks, and the drama that only Scottish football can deliver. And right now, there's plenty of that going around. So grab a cuppa, settle in, and let's talk about what's got everyone buzzing this week. Because once again, the conversations are loud, the emotions are real, and Rangers are right in the middle of it. Ollie McCoist, the man who bleeds blue as deeply as anyone, has once again lit up the football world with his unfiltered honesty. The club legend and former striker has never been one to hold back, and after the weekend's events, he had a few things to say that echoed exactly what many Rangers supporters were already thinking. His comments about SPFL refereeing standards have struck a chord, sparking a debate that just won't die down. McCoist, as passionate as ever, was fuming over what he called shocking inconsistencies in officiating that continue to impact crucial games, especially when the stakes couldn't be higher. It's the kind of fire you only get from someone who truly loves the club and wants fairness for the game as a whole. The controversy began during the League Cup semi-final, where emotions ran high from the first whistle. It was a full-blooded Old Firm clash, everything you'd expect and more. There were goals, crunching tackles, drama, and, of course, a few decisions that left fans on both sides shaking their heads. But for the Rangers faithful, one moment in particular stood out, and it wasn't a good one. Celtic's Austin Trusty went in for a challenge with Rangers goalkeeper Jack Butland, and what followed has been the talk of every pub and group chat in Scotland. Butland rushed out bravely to collect the ball, clearly winning it, but Trusty's boot was left dangling, catching the keeper in the head. It looked dangerous. It looked reckless. And yet, unbelievably, the referee kept his red card in his pocket. McCoist couldn't believe it. Rangers fans couldn't believe it. Anyone with a sense of fairness probably couldn't either. In a match that was already heating up, that decision poured petrol on the flames. Celtic had taken the lead in what was a frantic first half, while Rangers were left a man down after a separate reckless challenge by Abdullah Sima, a decision McCoist agreed with even if it frustrated him. What angered him most wasn't the sending off of a Rangers player. It was the lack of equal treatment on the other end. How could one incident lead to a red card while another, arguably more dangerous, went unpunished? On TalkSport Breakfast, McCoist laid it all bare. His tone was half passionate rant, half weary disappointment, but entirely authentic. He said the game itself was miles better than some of the earlier Old Firm clashes, full of intensity and excitement. But once again, the officiating overshadowed the football. He didn't stop there. McCoist questioned not just the referee on the pitch, but also the VAR officials who had the chance to correct what everyone watching could see was a clear foul worthy of more than a talking to. One of the worst decisions I've seen in a long, long time, he said, and you could almost hear the sigh of thousands of Rangers fans nodding in agreement. It's the same old story, big moments, big mistakes, and the same sense of injustice that lingers after the final whistle. McCoist's reaction summed up the mood perfectly. Yes, the game was entertaining. Yes, both teams had their chances. But the feeling that standards are slipping, that VAR isn't delivering what it promised, and that certain decisions keep tilting the balance, that's what has left the Rangers community fuming. And while the refereeing row took the headlines, that wasn't the only story causing frustration at Ibrox. Another hot topic of the weekend was Youssef Chermatai and that unbelievable miss that had fans throwing their hands in the air in disbelief. If you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was one of those moments that make you want to hide behind the sofa. The young Portuguese striker, who came in from Everton with a hefty £10 million price tag, has been under pressure to prove himself. Signed with huge expectations, the 21-year-old was supposed to add bite and composure to Rangers' attack. Instead, it's been a struggle, just one goal in 10 games so far, and now this miss that everyone will remember for all the wrong reasons. The scene was set. Rangers were behind, but pushing hard to get back into it. The ball came across the box, perfectly placed, no defender near him, and all he had to do was slot it home. But somehow, someway, he missed the target entirely. The groans from the stands said it all. Moments later, Celtic went up the pitch and scored through Johnny Kenny, making the miss even more painful. It was a brutal sequence that felt symbolic of how fine the margins are in games like this. One chance taken, and the story is different. One chance missed, and it haunts you. Rangers fans took to social media to vent their frustrations, and let's just say the comments weren't kind. Some joked that he couldn't hit the side of a barn. Others said a player costing that much should be finishing chances in his sleep. It was raw, emotional, and exactly what you'd expect when fans see an opportunity like that go begging in such a huge game. To make things worse, this isn't just about one player. The entire forward line has struggled to find rhythm lately. Bojan Majowski, another summer addition, was brought in to provide goals and competition up front. With 44 goals in under 100 appearances for Aberdeen, he looked like the kind of proven finisher who could thrive at Ibrox. But he too has yet to fully hit stride in Glasgow, with only 2 goals in 11 games. Some fans were puzzled to see him start the old firm on the bench, especially considering his strong record against Celtic. And after Chermatai's costly miss, those questions have only grown louder. What if Majowski had been on the pitch? Would he have taken that chance? Football is full of what-ifs, but this one stings more than most. Still, amid all the noise, one thing remains clear. Rangers fans want accountability, passion, and progress. They know the quality is there. They've seen glimpses of it. But moments like these, whether it's a bad refereeing call or a missed sitter, test the patience of even the most loyal supporters. McCoist's outburst wasn't just about one game. It was about a pattern, a feeling that things aren't as they should be, that Rangers have had to fight uphill battles not just against their opponents, but against poor officiating too. And when you combine that with wasted chances in front of goal, it's no wonder tempers are running high. The old firm never disappoints when it comes to drama, but right now, the sense around Ibrox is that something's got to give, and fast. The dust may have settled after the chaos of the semi-final, but the emotions are still raw across Glasgow. For Rangers supporters, this isn't just another defeat or another missed opportunity. It feels like the kind of result that leaves questions hanging in the air about officiating, about the team's mentality, and about how the club moves forward from here. What's clear is that the spirit among the fans remains unbroken. The frustration is real, but so is the belief that Rangers can respond, as they always have, with heart, grit, and determination. You could sense it in the stands even after the final whistle. Disappointment, yes, but also defiance. This club has faced far worse and always found a way back. Ollie McCoist's comments have become a rallying cry in their own right. The passion in his voice reminded everyone what it means to care deeply about Rangers. He's not just an ex-player talking on the radio. He's a symbol of the standards this club expects. When someone like McCoist says the refereeing is not good enough, people listen. Not because he's controversial, but because he's credible. He's been there, lived those moments, and knows what fair competition should look like. And when he points out that decisions seem to go against Rangers time and time again, it taps into a wider frustration that's been building for years. Supporters have had enough of the inconsistency, of VAR failing to deliver what it promised, of the feeling that big calls keep swinging the wrong way. McCoist's words may have been fiery, but they captured the emotion of thousands who share his view. Still, beyond the referees and the VAR debates, Rangers must also look inward. Performances, particularly in big games, have to improve. There's no escaping that truth. The first half against Celtic simply wasn't good enough. Passes went astray, second balls were lost, and there was a lack of composure when it mattered most. Yet, when the team went down to 10 men, something changed. The players showed character, fought for every challenge, and almost clawed their way back into it. That fighting spirit is what the fans demand to see every week. That refusal to roll over even when the odds are stacked against them. It's that attitude, that unshakable pride, that defines Rangers. The challenge now is to produce it consistently, not just when provoked by adversity. There's also the matter of confidence in front of goal, which continues to be the elephant in the room. Youssef Chermatai's miss will haunt him for a while, no doubt. But the lad has to be backed, not buried. He's young, he's adapting to a new league, and he's feeling the pressure that comes with a hefty transfer fee. Fans are right to expect more, but sometimes players grow through moments like this. It's how they respond that defines them. The coaching staff will have to manage him carefully, rebuild his confidence, and remind him that even the best strikers in the world have had nights they'd rather forget. The real test is whether he can channel that frustration into determination the next time he pulls on the shirt. Miovski's situation adds another layer to the debate. There's a sense among fans that he deserves more chances, especially considering his proven scoring record and physical presence. The competition between the two could be exactly what Rangers need, a spark to reignite their attack. Both players have the potential to become key figures, but right now the finishing touch has deserted them. That's the difference between winning and losing at this level. You can dominate possession, create chances, even control the game, but if you don't take your opportunities, you get punished. It's a cruel truth, but one every great Rangers team has learned at some point. The manager, too, finds himself under pressure to make the right calls. Tactical decisions are being scrutinized more closely than ever. Team selection, substitutions, game management, it's all under the microscope. But what fans ultimately want is progress, not perfection. They want to see a plan, a style, an identity that reflects what Rangers stand for. That means intensity, pressing high, attacking with pace and purpose, and defending with pride. This squad has talent, no doubt about it, but talent alone doesn't win trophies in Scotland. It takes hunger, togetherness, and a willingness to grind out results on tough nights when the football isn't flowing. The Old Firm defeat was a reminder that nothing comes easy in this league, and that the fine margins between glory and despair can turn on a single moment. Elsewhere, the conversations around refereeing standards won't fade quickly. The lack of consistency, especially in high-profile matches, has become a national talking point. Supporters are tired of VAR checks that seem to take an eternity, yet still deliver the wrong outcome. They're tired of dangerous challenges being ignored and soft fouls being punished harshly. It's not about conspiracies or bias. It's about competence. Scottish football deserves better, and Rangers fans are right to demand it. When players and managers are held accountable for their performances, officials should be too. Until that happens, the frustration will only grow, because fans can accept defeat when it's fair, but not when it feels like the playing field isn't level. In the end, though, Rangers have always been about resilience. No matter how tough things get, no matter how many setbacks come their way, this club finds a way to rise again. You can sense the hunger in the dressing room and among the fans. There's a determination to put things right, to turn anger into fuel, and to make sure the next performance sends a message. The road ahead won't be easy, it never is, but that's what makes it all the sweeter when success comes. Every setback, every moment of frustration builds character. And for Rangers, character has never been in short supply. So as the focus shifts to the next fixture, all eyes will be on how the team responds. Will Chermatai bounce back with a goal to silence the critics? Will the defense tighten up and show that composure that defines a champion side? And will the officials finally show the consistency that Scottish football desperately needs? Those are the questions hanging over the blue side of Glasgow right now. One thing is for sure, the story of Rangers is never dull. It's passion, controversy, and pride all rolled into one. And as long as that badge is on their chest, the fight goes on, because that's what being part of this club means. It's about standing tall when things get rough, about refusing to back down, and about believing, always, that better days are coming. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. Whispers have been swirling around Ibrox over the past few days, and the latest buzz has tongues wagging across Glasgow. According to sources close to the club, Rangers are set to bolster their midfield with the arrival of Matt O'Reilly on loan, a move that could inject fresh creativity into Giovanni van Bronckhorst's ranks. The 23-year-old has been turning heads south of the border, and if this deal goes through, fans could be in for a proper treat this season. O'Reilly, known for his vision and ability to unlock stubborn defenses, is said to have caught the eye of the Rangers hierarchy during his recent performances. Though still young, he's already shown glimpses of the composure and flair that managers dream of, and Ibrox insiders are buzzing about what he might bring to the table. Some reckon he could become the missing link in a side that has often looked a touch predictable in the final third. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the chatter in the corridors of Scottish football circles suggests that Rangers are eager to add a spark in midfield, someone who can dictate tempo and link up the attack with a bit of panache. O'Reilly's style, quick thinking, creative, and willing to take risks, seems tailor-made for the demands of the Premiership, where matches can turn on a single moment of brilliance. Supporters are naturally excited at the prospect. Conversations in the pub, online forums, and social media have all lit up with speculation. Could this be the signing that finally gives Rangers the extra edge in domestic and European competitions? The idea of a technically gifted midfielder weaving his magic through Ibrox's ranks has fans dreaming of late goals, clever through balls, and that intangible spark that can lift a team when it matters most. Of course, it's all still in the realm of rumors. But the very notion of O'Reilly donning the royal blue of Rangers has reignited hopes that the Glaswegian Giants are quietly plotting to dominate the season with a touch more creativity and flair. Whether it's a short-term loan or the start of something more permanent, the potential impact of this move has already set tongues wagging from the East End to the West End. Keep your eyes peeled, because if this deal comes off, Ibrox could be buzzing in ways fans haven't seen in years. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.